My wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters, whether you dey home or you dey in diaspora, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Friday to you all. Anywhere where you dey, I beg you, make you do what? Make you ochante go ofuma. Make you do what? Ochante go ofuma. Use cotton board, clean and well because the headline why I go bring on now. I know say I go receive so many stones, but I am just a media man, a newscaster. So bringing news to you, it does not mean that I must bring the one that favors you. No, I do it generally. I bring Nigerian news, I bring world news, I bring African news, and also bring Biafran news. So depending on the way or the one you want to listen to, that is why I always give the headlines ahead so that you know what to expect to or what you're expecting from the very that particular news. And this is how I'll be running this show every time, any day, at any point, any given point in time, in short. So my wonderful people, in fact, if you never subscribe or you're still watching my content free of charge, do it now, otherwise I'll change my mind. Make on I hear this Obonga headline where they happen. This one is coming from Ima Powerful. They say Ima Powerful in there among the DOS, Abi OOS. Where they even Ekpa don't accuse them, say all of them they be criminal and they are faceless. The only Ekpa will they see their face for Twitter. Ima Ekpa, the DOS call Chinase Doziem, all those ones I don't even know how they look like. In fact, if you Google them if you put their name for Google, where do you go to see now? Error. I beg you, make I ask. These Chinas Aworu and Edoziem and Ima Powerful, come, are they Nigerians or are they from Mbofesi? Because I can't see the reason why if you Google the people where they talk say they spearhead the IPOB affairs, you cannot see their face. Anyway, make on hear waiting they talk this one. Say when they gather finish the talk, the Ima Powerful now be spokesperson for IPOB and publicity and media. So he don't come out now, can't give us say Mazi Simon Ekpa say in the defraud. Defrauding means say in they use instant security network. Can't they defraud our Biafran people? Say maybe they contribute money, say they go use them to equip ESN. Say when they don't contribute the money finish, say Ekpa go carry and come pocket them. According to them, no me talk am. Because one time I can talk say why I can talk like this, why I can talk like that. Anybody will come my comment section, come complain about this news or come attack me, I will block one of your ear. But guys, try ya. Yes, I go do amo. Come, make on another just look me anya. My destiny, my papa na native doctor. They don't call me say make I come carry the offer. Now I mean just they run they come out say me I don't want carry any offer. Despite the fact say I believe in Omenala. But offer where be say tomorrow I go don they demand okoko one eye and the one wey get two balls. Me I no go fit do that one That's why me I don't want go carry the offer. I be make I come they begin to represent my papa for native doctor of 18. So if you come for my comment section and you attack me because of the news what I bring to you, I go block one of your anus. So my wonderful people, if you never subscribe, do it right now. Subscribe, like, comment, the Oga Patapata and the Ubonga of them all. Now share. It's better you share than to subscribe because the more you share, the more people get to know what is happening in the Biafran struggle in Nigeria concerning the ECOWAS, ECOMOG, and the rest of other shenanigans where they happen for what do they call it? In Niger Republic of Nkewa. So my wonderful people, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. First of all, the headlines before we will come back with the other etc. where they follow the news. As it happen, as it hot, 25 Nigerian soldiers don't resign simply because Oga Tunumbu don't go sign what do they call it? They say na standby force where they want use they go attack in Niger Republic. Now these soldiers hear them. They don't say they don't get better equipment to go attack these people. Because once you attack Niger, automatically you are attacking other African countries. And Wagner will be Russian mercenaries. So this one, they don't hear them. They say, Nehio say we no go do again. They don't carry Wakao. Go submit themselves by themselves and with themselves to the authority say, we are not doing it again. We are resigning from the military. Nigerian Army reacts as 25 soldiers resign from the service. And that is one of the headlines we are going to say today. Court don't fix 15 August to hear the case on Emefiele's detention. Waiting concourse, even when the court say leave him, let him go. They said Nehio say they no go feel leave him. Now court then said this month will be 15. Say all of them they will gather for either Federal High Court Abuja or Federal High Court where they for Lagos. At that place they go take accountable the matter. Can't know waiting they go do inside the case. Another one, this one a Chinese company. They don't close down the project where they get for Niger Republic over the ECOWAS threat and UN and also World Bank sanctions where they don't impose on the juntas in Niger Republic. My brother, this Niger of 18, I never see where people are having problems. Nigerians with their own internal crisis, with their killings going on every day by day. The so-called president have not done anything about it. The only focus now is going to apply for, you want to go to war to Niger. We voted you in to tackle the insecurity and the poverty that is ravaging the country. That is how they voted you, not we. They. You say the majority did not vote for you, so you are there serving the minority that voted for you. Even the minority now are complaining. Say no be waiting, you tell them, when you do campaign, now you execute now. Now you don't leave the affairs of Nigeria. Don't carry waka. Go the intervene for waiting no concern you. My brothers, even me self, it tire me. But we cannot say otherwise. Let us give. Let just the word them anya. Kebbi government, as with the complaint say money no day. The Indians are dying of hunger, and the Senate are busy sharing 70 billion naira. They're gonna hear what this Kebbi government do. The Kebbi state new government, I been an old government, Nasir Idris approves the total amount of 675 million naira as furniture allowance. Make gonna hear about as furniture allowance for 21 local government council chairmen. I know Nigeria on our way down, and I don't get money, but the money must come out. It's okay, no problem. All these things started one day, and one day it must end. Okay, make gonna hear this one. Christian Association of Nigeria, where we can, they don't carry matter. They don't carry out control for this matter of military intervention where they want do for the jail. And then come the talk say President Tinubu Ejo Tori Olorun should avoid any military intervention where they want do or where they want tackle in Niger State. According to Christian Association of Nigeria, I think maybe this one is Abuja chapter or the whole world. Yeah, then another one though, according to the only prayers going into Nigerians' mails are more taxes and burdens. Kate Hanshaw laments over the tokens being sent to the senators for them to enjoy their holidays. I mean, bogus holiday, humongous tokens of over 100 million naira each senate. Wahala tire pao, according to my people, they say wahala be like bicycle. Make on see syrup don't sue Akpabio over senators getting holiday allowance. He will come and explain to us what you mean by token. How can token go into somebody's account? Niger, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, the total amount of 12 billion 380 million naira for power supply, according to federal government. But we don't have light, too. But people who are supplying light to, they're not even bother to pay. And you still leave their light, they supply them light. While your own people are dying in darkness. What a word. What a misplaced priority. What a shameless group of people we have as governors and senators, all the head makers of the law that they don't keep to. Anyway, my brother, what do I know? Let us go straight to the reason why we are here. Once again, happy Friday, TGIF. Thank God it is Friday. So we are going straight to the reason why we are here this morning. Once again, I said, remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to comment, and Ubonga on the capital of them all. Remember to share this message. Now, I rest my case. The indigenous people of Biafra, where be IPOB, has said that Finland-based agitator and Biafran Biafran agitator, Simon Ekpa is using the Eastern Security Network to defraud the Biafran people. The group stated this while distancing itself from Ekpa, maintaining that he is not a registered member of the security outfit. Speaking via a statement, the group spokesperson, Imam Powerful, insisted that it was wrong to describe Ekpa as a factional leader of the group, whereby he is not a registered member of that same group. He warned the media houses and social media platforms against linking the agitator with IPOB. The group insisted that those promoting the narrative that Ekpa is affiliated with them are either ill-informed or working with the Department of State Service (DSS) to tarnish their image. According to Simon Ekpa, we have observed with dismay the deliberate moves of some compromised media houses and their media platforms to attribute Simon Ekpa to the membership of the noble family of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. For the purpose of clarity and emphasis, they say Simon Ekpa is not in any way a registered unit member of IPOB, nor is he connected to Eastern Security Network, ESN. It is therefore imperative that media houses are appropriately guided to reflect this reality in their publications henceforth. Those referring to the said Ekpa is a factional leader of IPOB and neither misguided or ill-informed or playing the script of DSS, who are his main sponsors with the main agenda to destabilize the Southeast with the use of criminal enforcers. Ekpa is unknown to ESN. The fact that he has been using ESN name to dupe gullible people through his endless fundraising schemes does not in any way link him to ESN formed by IPOB. Ekpa has an unconspicuous group called Government in Exile. He can be seen in most of his media or social media videos alluding to these very facts. We are mindful of the concerted efforts of DSS and similar agencies to infiltrate, undermine, and divide IPOB with the sole motive of weakening the organization from within. It is to be retreated emphatically that IPOB is not divided, has no factional leadership, or is involved in any entity associated with efforts to criminalize the social political space in the Southeast. Nigerian Army reacts to as 25 soldiers. They don't tender their resignation letter, said we are not doing it again. In short, we are tired. I never see anything. So but they prepare for war. Okay, now more people will say resign. Make them just go die for nothing for country who never even care for them. Now, the Nigerian Army has reacted to the report about the resignation of some soldiers, which has become a trending topic on social media platforms. An online medium, not Niger News, suggested in a report on Wednesday that the affected soldiers resigned due to corruption in the army. However, the army in a statement on Thursday through its spokesperson, Brigadier General Onyama Nwachukwu, he must be an Igbo man to defend what is not defendable, said, contrary to the trending reports on social media suggesting the 25 soldiers resigned due to misdemeanors in the service, all the soldiers resigned voluntarily and followed due process voluntarily from their service, something that they have sworn to serve their country or their fatherland. The statement by Nwachukwu argued that the online report was targeted at damping the moral and fighting will of the loyal, dedicated and patriotic troops of the Nigerian Army, engender disaffection in the ranks and ultimately put the nascent Nigerian government and the nation in a panic mode. The Army spokesperson stressed that personnel have the right to apply for discharge voluntarily or on medical grounds as stipulated in their terms of service. He added that evidently the medium and its owners need to be schooled to understand that the Nigerian Army is not a conscript army and that recruitment into the Nigerian Army is voluntarily, with extant policies on discharge and retirement of soldiers and effort, respectively, like other organizations. This provides its personnel the opportunity to apply for voluntary discharge or retirement when they deem fit and meet the terms and conditions stipulated in the harmonized terms and conditions of service, Soldiers Ratings Amen revised of 2017. It is thus the ineligible right of personnel to voluntarily or on medical grounds apply for discharge. Therefore, it is not an aberration for the Chief of Army Staff to approve the voluntary discharge of soldiers who willingly applied and satisfied the terms for discharge from the Nigerian Army. Contrary to the mischievous manipulations of the occurrence by the media in question, according to him, the statement added that the Army has continuously strived to provide a supportive and conducive work environment and condition for its personnel, which is said was evident in the Army's continuous efforts to improve its operational capabilities, including the injection of equipment into the theaters of operation, prompt payment of operational allowances, treatment of wounded in action soldiers, and including medical evacuation overseas, and provisions of decent accommodation for its troops. Suffice to state that the Nigerian Army, under the leadership of Lieutenant General Taurid Labaja, remains committed to upholding the highest standards of integrity, probity, and professionalism by providing exemplary and pragmatic leadership, sound administration that will continue to boldly guarantee the welfare and motivation of Nigerian Army personnel, as well as provide requisite enablers for operational effectiveness while maintaining public trust. This one, na big oyibo, na one they speak. They don't resign, be say they don't resign. Whether na corruption or be no be corruption, whether na going to war in Niger or not, the fact still remains that Nigerian Army and the police have been at the forefront fighting terrorism with empty-handed and empty stomach. Let us tell ourselves the truth. The corruption in the army is too high, to the extent that people that are even on the forefront of what do they call it, Sambisa Forest, their allowances are not being paid, their salaries are not being paid. They are being owed to even 8 to 9 months salaries, and you expect them to be happy fighting insurgency, whereby most of their colleagues are dying like fowls, fighting with empty. I mean, oh my goodness. Anyway, let us assume that we don't know about this. Court fixes August 15 to hear case on Emefiele's detention. The 15th of August has been fixed by a federal high court in Lagos to hear applications regarding the custody of the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele. The presiding judge, Nicholas Uweibo, on Thursday adjourned the hearing of the applications filed by the federal government and counsels to Emefiele. Emefiele, on the 25th of July, was arraigned on a 2-count charge bordering on illegal possession of firearms at a federal high court. All happened in Ikoyi and was granted a bail in the sum of 20 million naira. The judgment in his ruling ordered that Emefiele be kept in the custody of the Nigerian Correctional Service pending the fulfillment of his bail conditions. However, the Department of State Service (DSS) insisted that Emefiele must return to his custody. The development led to a face-off between the secret police and the prison officials. After the face-off, DSS arrested Emefiele on court premises. The Secret Service proceeded to file an application before a high court on the Federal Capital Territory seeking to further detain Emefiele. The application was struck out after it was withdrawn by the service over jurisdictional concerns. The federal government on the 3rd of August filed an application before the Federal High Court in Lagos seeking leave to appeal the order granting bail to Godwin Emefiele. According to the news, in the application filed by the Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions of the Federation, Nkiru Jones Nebo, the federal government also sought a stay of execution of the order remanding Emefiele in the custody of the Nigerian Correctional Officers or Nigerian Correctional Centers. In the application filed by the Emefiele's counsels, they asked the court to restrain the federal government from further prosecuting their client. They said that the federal government is in a brazen disobedience of the subsisting orders of the court granting Emefiele bail on 25 July. During proceedings on Thursday, K.A. Fagbemi, the prosecuting counsel, asked the court to hear the federal government's application seeking a stay of execution of the court order on Emefiele's bail. Fagbemi said the federal government filed its application first and served it on the defense counsels on August 4th. The counsel to Emefiele, Victor Ogbara, in his response said priority should not be given to the federal government based on the time of filing since the court order was disobeyed. Ogbara argued that the application of both parties should be entertained on the same day. He added that the federal government is nothing to lose since the defendant is in his custody. After listening to both arguments, the judge ruled that applications filed by both parties will be heard on August 15, 2023. Chinese company shut down project in Niger Republic over ECOWAS, UN, and World Bank sanctions. A Chinese construction company, China's Guozuba Group Company Limited, has suspended the construction of Niger Republic Kandaji Dam project following sanctions on Niger by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, the European Union, and the World Bank. Nigerian news report that the international bodies has imposed financial sanctions on the French-speaking country after the military forcefully took over the government from the democratically elected President Muhammadu Bazoum. The political unrest in the Republic of Niger has continued to attract even more sanctions on the African country. Popular security analysts and the counter-insurgents experts on Lake Chad West African region called Zagazola Makama cited a circular dated August 7, 2023 titled Notice on the Shutdown of the Kandaji Dam Project and the Dismissal of Workers, noting that Chinese Guozuba Group that it has decided to suspend the project because of the company's inability to settle bills incurred from the construction of the dam. The group added that they would also terminate all the substituting contractual agreements they have with local workers for efficient dismissal. The statement raised due to the political turbulence that occurred on July 26, 2023 in Niger. The security situation is becoming increasingly worrying. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, the European Union, and the World Bank have all imposed financial sanctions on the country, making it impossible for the company to settle their bills. Faced with use of force majeure, we find ourselves forced to stop all the construction activities for a week and to proceed with the gradual termination of the contracts of local workers, and it should be emphasized that the termination of the contract due to force majeure would not imply in the compensation of the dismissed employees. However, we undertake to liquidate the wages due to them and to guarantee their legitimate rights. We also promise to give priority to our laid-off workers when recruiting once construction of the Kandaji Dam resumes. And regarding the termination of the contract, we will need your assistance and support as well. Kebbi government Nasiri Idris approves 675 million as furniture allowance for 21 council chairman. The Kebbi State Governor Idris Nasiri has approved a payment of 675 million naira to 21 local government council chairmen in the state as furniture allowance. The approved sum as gathered by Niger News covers the duration from 2021 to 2024. The development was contained in a statement issued in Birnin Kebbi on Thursday by the governor's chief press secretary, Alhaji Ahmed Idris. It is quoted the permanent secretary, Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Alhaji Mohammed Sani Omar, as saying that the approval is for 2022 to 2024. The government head remarked that the permanent secretary applauded the governor for the move, saying these and other projects of his government have shown that he has the interest of the people at heart. For what I take the interest of people, I don't even understand how these people judge all these things. For interest of people or interest of the people, the same people that is governing the people. Because he said for furniture is not going to the people, it's going for the local government chairman that will share the money within themselves. 21 of them will share 675 million. Approximately how much? Are they buying golds and silvers to put as furniture in all those areas? Let me finish my news. I will divide this money by 21 to know how much each person gets. For their allowance, furniture allowance, this one is not going to their constituents. It's not going to their local governments. It's just for the local government chairman alone. And you say they have interest of the people at heart. Thunder. In reaction to the development, the chairman of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, who is also the chairman of Kebbi local government, appreciated the governor for the kind gesture. He assured that the money will be captured furniture allowance for the local government councilors and secretaries. The allowance is long overdue, but with the coming of this administration, our impeccable and amiable governor has graciously approved the allowance. This is a sign of good leadership. May Almighty Allah guide him and give him the wisdom to pilot the affairs of the state excellently, he added. Oga Tinubu should avoid any military intervention in Niger, Christian Association of Nigeria warned him. The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) has asked Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) to avoid any military intervention in Niger Republic. They keep on warning them, and I don't have until they refuse. They must surely get what they are asking for. In a statement issued on Thursday in Abuja, the CAN president, Archbishop Daniel Oko, said the proposed invasion would create enmity between Niger and Nigeria. Oko said peaceful dialogue should be encouraged in order to create lasting peace in upholding democratic process and respecting the sovereignty of nations. The CAN president also commended Tinubu and ECOWAS for their unwavering commitment in discouraging coup d'etat and forcibly takeover of power anywhere in the West African country. Oko said, "We also applaud their commendable efforts in resolving the crisis currently faced by our neighbors in the Republic of Niger." CAN fully recognize the gravity of the situation in Niger and the importance of the upholding democratic principles, peace and stability within the West African region. We believe that the peaceful resolution of conflicts is vital for the progress and well-being of our nation and our people. We applaud President Tinubu for adopting diplomatic approach in addressing the crisis by sending a high-level delegation led by the eminent statesman General Abdulsalam Abubakar to engage with the Nigerian authorities. According to them, this diplomatic overture demonstrates President Tinubu's commitment to peaceful dialogue and his belief in the power of constructive engagement to foster understanding and resolve conflicts. Furthermore, we commend the inclusion of the esteemed Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Said Abubakar III, in the delegation. This representation showcases the unity of purposes and the collaborative spirit of Nigerian leaders transcending religious and ethnic boundaries to pursue peace in our region jointly. CAN also commend the notable efforts of other prominent leaders who have engaged with the Nigerian authorities in their personal capacities. Leveraging his private contacts, their wisdom, experience, and counsel will undoubtedly contribute to the resolution of the crisis in Niger and the restoration of peace and stability in the region. As an organization deeply committed to promoting justice, peace, and harmony, CAN urges His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu to remain on the path of dialogue and avoid any form of military intervention or measures that will create enmity between the good people of Nigeria and the Nigerians, according to the news we have here. Akpabio, the only prayers going into our Nigerian mails are more taxes and burdens. Kate Hanshaw laments on the tokens of those going for holidays at the National Assembly. The veteran Nollywood actress Kate Hanshaw has lamented that the only prayers going into the mail boxes of poor Nigerians are more taxes and burdens. Hanshaw stated this while reacting to the Senate President Godwin Emefiele promised to send tokens to his colleagues' accounts as they embark on races. This one is not promised to send. They have already sent it by the court clerk, somebody Tambua. And they called him to order to withdraw that statement, and he withdrew it. Imagine, on a live television. Akpabio had made a statement during Wednesday's plenary season. In order to enable all of us to enjoy our holidays, a token has been sent to our various accounts by the clerk of the National Assembly, Akpabio told the colleagues. The Senate President later withdrew the statement, rephrasing the supposed disbursement prayers sent to their mailboxes. Reacting to Akpabio's statement, Hanshaw opined that the lawmakers don't care about poor Nigerians, adding that they expect the citizenry to smile while going through tough times. She wrote, "The only prayers going into the mail of Nigerians is more taxes, more burdens, and more grain, and bear it. More we don't give a what? Whatever she call it. I don't want to mention it here. Happy holidays to the ones meant to serve and bring succor to their constituents. Nothing do on Ajare," according to her. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Morning, according to her. Well, we keep on proceeding. The last but not the least, the syrup have already sued Akpabio over that statement he made for the holiday allowance to the senators. The Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project has said it will sue Senate President Godwin Emefiele over the disbursement of a token to senators by the clerk of the National Assembly. In a brief statement via its official Twitter handle on Thursday, SERAP said it is suing Akpabio over the holiday allowance, while some 137 million poor Nigerians face severe economic hardship. The tweet reads, "We are suing the Senate President Godwin Emefiele over the alleged payments of holiday allowance by the clerk of the National Assembly into the various accounts of senators, while some 137 million poor Nigerians face severe economic hardship on daily basis." Nigerian report that the Red Chamber on Monday concluded the screening and confirmation of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ministerial nominees, and thereafter adjourned the plenary to September 26. Akpabio, in a video trending online, found himself in an embarrassing situation after revealing that money has been sent to senators to enjoy their holidays. Addressing his colleague during plenary on Tuesday, Akpabio said a token had been sent by the clerk of the National Assembly, Magaji Tambua, to the lawmakers to enjoy their holidays. The statement led to the rowdy season, and upon realizing he was speaking before live televisions and journalists, Akpabio quickly retraced the statement. Well, my wonderful people, now here we go take back our bar break. Until you hear my voice again, I still remain Okute Daily Talk. Like this message, so comment on it, subscribe, of them all. Make sure you share it to your pals, to your family and friends, and to your well-wishers, and also to your colleagues in the office, so that they may get to know what is happening in Biafra land, in Nigeria, and at the Senate House. Until I come your way again, have a nice day. May the good Lord bless you all, the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. I am signing out. Bye for now, my wonderful people. KPEKUS.